Hello again, guys. It's Hallie with the Qualk Show. But now I'm stepping in the role of gestational surrogate. So I told you last video that I would be talking to you about the medications that I will be starting as soon as I start my cycle. TBD on that date or when this medicine actually starts. This is real life, guys. No editing. I don't do edits. It's too much work and I don't have time because I'm a full-time mom and I'm a full-time employee and I'm a part-time employee and I'm a part-time employee. So I have a lot of different hats. I don't have times for editing. Cool? Cool. So I told you, I have twitches, I say so a lot, and I've messed with my hair. I also don't know where to look and I'm trying not to make this really crazy. It is late at night again, because I'm really good at late night videos, and my cats are being insane, because that's what they do late at night. So if you hear random noises, that's Lilo and Stitch being crazies. As you can tell, I'm breaking out along my chin, and that is the first sign that my cycle should be starting soon. So we know it's right around the corner. I do track, and I have always actually tracked my cycle for years, just so that I knew when to expect things, make sure that I'm healthy. A possible pregnancy is not a problem for me because I'm a lesbian, so I don't have to worry about that. Definitely a bonus. But back to the topic at hand. This is about medication. I said in the last video, and I will definitely continue to say, I am no doctor. I don't ever claim to be a medical professional. I will never give medical advice. I only go by what my doctors tell me. Look into homeopathic methods that I have researched on my own and then discuss with my doctor. And every doctor has a different way that they do things. So my fertility clinic's medicine protocol may be completely different than another's, as well as a surrogate's protocol may be completely different from, families trying to do IVF within themselves. So it's not something that I will ever put a general statement on, but I thought I would go over what my doctor does. Again, I will not be discussing who my doctor is, where my doctor is, the family that I work with, because that is personal and private. I currently am, though, working with Circle Surrogacy. I worked with them in my last surrogacy where I had twins for an amazing couple. The twins are 2 now. They are the cutest little thing. I mean, is there anything cuter than a 2-year-old that you don't have to raise because they're crazy? But the clinic that I worked with when I got pregnant with the twins is the same clinic that this family has chosen to work with. So I was very lucky in the fact that the medicine protocol last time is pretty much the same. I think actually the doctor has changed up some things, just a few things, and actually in my benefit, but we shall see what happens. So here is, I can't turn it around once we're videoing. Ha, that's fun. Let's do. So, I know. This is real life, guys. So, I got a big old package in the mail via FedEx. It was a overnight package. Ooh, terrible lighting. Much better. It was overnighted to me. I had to sign for it, and it has all the medications that I will need up through and just past transfer. I think they try to make sure you have enough medication up through your blood draw to confirm pregnancy so that you have everything that you need. So you get quite a bit of it. I mean, I got like bags and bags of stuff. So I will go over it with you. First thing that they send you that is very important is a sharps container, because you're going to have needles. You need a sharps container. This go around, I'm actually really excited. Last time I did this, I had, what was it? Like 4 different, let's make sure I get the right lighting. Let's switch arms. I had 4 different prenatals that the doctor had. It was like one, this much folic acid and this much iron and this much. It was like 4 different pills. It was a little bit crazy. But now he's changed up to gummy bites. So I get to take these. I think it is 2 every day. I got 2 whole bottles of these. So I'm excited because although I am really trying to watch my sugar intake, it's only 20 calories. We're totally good. So we got vitamins that I will start immediately after my cycle. what's next? So then the day after my cycle starts, I will start on estradiol. Tiny little vial. It's a tiny little guy. See, I'm terrible with where to look at. I need to look right here, right at you, right there. I start with estradiol. That will be administered. I get 0.2 cc's. Yeah, 0.2 cc's with this little syringe. But because this syringe that they use, let's see. See, this is the tiny syringe. This is 0.2 cc, so I'll get that much, but it's a tiny little guy. It doesn't come preloaded with a needle, so I will use this 18 gauge, 1.5 inch needle to draw the medicine out of this container. And then I will cap it, put the cap back on it, and I will put this needle, which is a 23 gauge, to actually administer the medicine. So you pull it up with a big fat needle and you put it into you with not quite as big of a needle because it feels better. Oh shoot, maybe it's the other way around. No, I have to look at my numbers again. But you pull with one and you inject with the other. Then, I think it's when we go for the transfer. No, it's when I do an ultrasound. Then I will switch to doing that as well as doing progesterone injections. This is the one that doesn't feel awesome. You take much more of that in this bigger, fatter needle. I don't know exactly the amounts on that because I don't start those for like 2 to 3 weeks. So I will update you with those information. They also sent me little alcohol swabby pads. And I still had from my last transfer, which was about a year ago. If you watch my last video, it'll be in the playlist. These little tiny Band-Aids, the little square ones, they're a lifesaver, especially after I personally start doing multiple shots. My muscles start to get a little raw and the bleed out tends to happen much more. So good solid compression, one of those. Don't have any problem with getting, little blood spots all over my sweatpants in the evening. And then the other thing that they sent me are these more progesterone pills that will be used starting after transfer. So that's just kind of a quick rundown. Whole bunch of needles, whole bunch of drugs, and yummy gummy bites. So as soon as I start my cycle, I will make sure and update you guys with, here we go, that's better. I will make sure and update you guys with my first shot, tips and tricks that I do on how to deal with the shots, with the injections, because they're not fun. And that information is good for anybody who's doing that, surrogate or not. As well as just how to give yourself a shot if you have to do it. It's kind of hard. There's multiple ways to do it, and there's there are wrong ways. I was going to say there's no wrong way, but there's definitely wrong ways. But I will for sure show you ways that work for me. So, thank you so much for watching. If you have questions or concerns, if you want to become a surrogate, if you are a surrogate, if you want to or are looking to have a surrogate to start your family, please leave in the comments below. I will get back to everybody. I promise, I promise, I promise. As well as I think I will be doing, if I get enough questions, I'll do a frequently asked questions video. So if you have something that you want to ask, and I think that it's going to be a good question for lots of other people, I'll make sure and do a little compilation video. So thank you so much for spending the time to watch. If you haven't already, please click the subscribe button so that you will be notified when my next video comes out, which will be after my cycle starts, as well as you'll be notified when our amazing Qualk show has our live shows. I'm sorry, has our shows. Some will be live, some will not be live. Ooh, that string's gonna bug me. So again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.